Hello and welcome to another new episode of Learning Simplified. Today in this tutorial, we are going to know about inclusion of an input class to our project, how to use focused input class, how to use a class regarding an input with an error, and finally the input text field with an icon on right. Stay tuned. In this particular case, we will be producing another container along with the grid, the row and the column. And inside this column, first of all, let's create this input class. And within this input class, we will be using input type text along with a placeholder. There it goes. So let's make it as search here, and we will be copying this entire row first of all, because we are about to copy and paste this particular row in every cases to save our time. So we will be copying it. Now if we press Ctrl S and head back to our project and reload, we can see that this is the result. The input type text is now appearing into our project. So let me zoom it in for you, and we can see that practically there it goes. This is the input type text which has been created in our UI Semantic web project. In the second case, first of all, let's create another row element for it. So we are creating this row, and we wish that our input text field, it will be always remaining focused. So in the second case, all we are about to do, we will be now creating this focused class. We will be practically using this focused class along with the input class that we had used in case of an UI Semantic element. Sorry, it is not focused, it is focus actually. The class being used here is actually focus. So press Ctrl S and head back to your project, and we can see that this will be the result. The input type text is now forever focused. We are practically using this additional class into it, and if we select this element to inspect, we can see that there comes a border color. This is the border color. There it goes. This is the border color here. So if we just change this border color to something different like this one, there it goes. We can see that this will be the result. So the point is, whenever we are using this focus class along with this input class, the text field, it will be forever focused into our project. The next thing that we are about to do here is an UI input with an error. There it goes. So if we now press Ctrl S and have a close look into it, we are practically using another class of error along with this div class of UI input. So obviously this input type text, it will be having some additional properties imposed into it. If we head back to our project and reload, we can see that this is practically the result. In case any kind of errorful input into the particular text field, all these things, those practically need some kind of validation. Practically the content which is not desired, for say this is a numbers input, and we are providing this input anything other than number. So in that particular case, this error field will be generated. This error class will be appended into. So this is the first-hand comprehensive impression of an input with a definite error. And definitely this kind of programming, it practically needs some kind of validation checking. Now all we are about to do, we are about to use a kind of icon along with the input text field that we had created here. So in that particular case, we will be using a class of icon, and we will be now providing some kind of icons into it. For say, provide this search icon directly into it. So we have practically used a search icon class into our project. Now if we head back and reload, we can see that this is going to be the result. The search here text field, it is practically having some kind of icon into it. Now what about interchanging the position of this icon into, instead of this extreme right position, we are practically wanting to have this icon in the extreme left of this text field.